Okay guys, so this is the mask that we're making. It has 4 strips of ribbon, 16 inches on both sides. So first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to put your lining down, which is the filter for the mask. And then that's your 9x7 lining. Then you're going to place your fabric down right on top of the lining. Make sure it's lined up properly. Then you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to do it about an inch down from the top. So what I've been doing is I am just placing my pins in the ribbon there at the top and then at the bottom. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. This is, if we use the ribbon, it's going to eliminate us having to make straps. So we need ribbon. So you're going to do that. And once again here. And then you're going to put your fabric. So what you got to do is make sure your ribbons are all in the center. What I've been doing, I've been kind of taking them, twirling them in here, and then taking another pin and just kind of pinning them down so they don't go crazy and they don't get in your stitch that you're going to make. So you can just kind of pin them down like that. Just make sure it's not pulling on your fabric. Then you're going to put, first of all, you got to just stitch these down. So you're going to put it, and you're going to sew it. I've just been lining it up with my foot here, and just sewing along the edge there. So you're going to do a stitch all the way around. And then when you get to the corners, if you have on your sewing machine where you can have your needle down, then raise your foot, and then you're going to just turn it around. Then keep going. What this is doing is it's keeping your lining in place and also stitching down the ribbon. So you're going to go all the way around. And then we're going to finish it right here. It's not necessary to go back and secure that. Then you're going to take all of these out, leave the one in the middle. And then you're going to place your last piece of material on here and just secure it in place. I've just been using 4 pins. Normally I would use more, but because I'm in a hurry, I'm just doing at each corner. Just make sure, because of all of that ribbon bunched up in the middle, it doesn't want to lay flat, so you're just going to have to kind of force it. Just make sure your corners are lined up. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the top first. And just like on the other, I'm just lining it up to the edge of my sewing foot there. And you're going to go around 3 sides. Okay, same thing on the corner here with your needle left in place. Flip it around, do all of the sides except one of the sides. You're going to leave one side open. Okay, now we're going to go down this one And you don't want to do it all the way to the end because we've got to turn that unfinished edge in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it inside out. Make sure you take your pins out. Flip it inside out, okay? And you're going to have to push those corners out. Sometimes I take my seam ripper and gently just pull those out. Some people can take a, like the edge of a pen, a ballpoint pen, and push that out. Push those corners all the way out. This is probably part of the most time-consuming part of it, is making sure, because we're going to finish it out by going around all of the edges. Okay, so now you see we've got our ribbon here on our unfinished edge. I like to just press it, If we weren't so in need of time to do these, we would use an iron to press them. But what you're going to do is just tuck this in right here, like this, to finish that edge. If you can see what I'm doing, you're going to pull your ribbon out here, and then you're going to pin that, because we're going to finish this. And you're going to do it all the way down this seam. I'm trying to hurry. So now we're going to go and we're going to finish this edge. I got a piece poking out. Alright, so we're just going to go up and down here because I'm going to show you what we're going to do to actually finish this at the very end. Okay, so now we've got that edge finished. Now, what you're going to do is just trim all of your little strings off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it from the top and you're going to fold it and pleat it about 1 inch down. Okay? And then you're going to pin that in place. Like this on both sides. Make sure it's even. And one way to know is you want your edges here to all line up. And then you're going to take another pleat, again folding it down. Now after you've taken your pleats, and you may have to mess with it at first to figure out where you got to do it, you want this right here to be about 3 inches, maybe even a little bit more. So you want the finished product to be about 3 inches. And pin that in place. And same here. Alright, so now what we're going to do to finish it off, we're going to go around the entire mask. And what that's going to do is it's going to hold our pleats down. And it's just going to give it a little bit more security. So I usually do a little bit like 1/8 of an inch. And then of course at the corners, keep your needle down. And just flip it around. Go around the entire mask now. Leave your needle down, flip it. on the last side. And I always reverse at the end just to make sure that stitch is good. And we have a finished mask. All right.